My name is Tanya and my doctor is Dr. Sahakian. I chose PFCLA. I've actually been here since 2008, so I chose them based off of some of the services that they could provide for my husband and I, or being a special couple. Dr. Sahakian was the only doctor in the entire field that was able to assist us in, making our dreams come true. I didn't have any fears or concern before starting treatment because I thought of it as a privilege. Knowing our background, we were just excited that we had this opportunity. The treatment process, it is emotional, it is long, it is tedious, it takes a lot. It's a lengthy process. When I first started, it was a little bit longer. I think it took roughly 2 months. Now it's so much more advanced, and to see that difference is pretty neat. But back then, it was a pretty lengthy process. Just going through the shots, going through the medication, making sure you're on time with everything, and just doing it right, and just hoping that you're doing everything right on your end to have a successful treatment. PFCLA supported me during the process with the nurses, clearly explaining everything step by step. They were there with me. Dr. Sahakian was always there to answer any questions we have, any concerns I had. And through that process, we built a relationship. So this last time around, it just was like working with family. The outcome of my latest fertility treatment, it was positive. I will say it did not look favorable at all. And that is the one thing I appreciated about Dr. Sahakian. He let me know that the chances were so minimal, considering my age, considering my ovarian reserve. And so he said, if you want to do this, we can do this, but these are the factors. And so we went into it hopeful, and we ended up with only 2 embryos. One was pretty good. One was not so good. He did both, and one took, and here I am 20 weeks pregnant. Advice I would give someone starting out on their fertility journey for their first time, to make sure that you're healthy and to make sure that you have a strong mind. It is not an easy task. It's definitely not an easy process. Be very hopeful, because that's why we're here, for that hope, but also be realistic too. Should in case something doesn't, work out the way it's supposed to. And I think understanding the reproductive process apart from IVF, I think it's really important. I really understood that a couple years ago, that this is a tool to help us. Even when getting pregnant, some people, it's a hit and miss. It takes that perfect egg, and not every IVF cycle will produce that perfect egg. So having that understanding and knowledge, it helps bring in that realistic part. But always be hopeful, because you just never know what will happen. Perfect example, I only had 5, only 3, and then only 1 made it. So you just never know. And if it's worth it to you and you don't mind putting in that work to have a successful outcome or the hope of it, I say just go for it and just have that strong mind. To just speak with someone who's wanting this opportunity and is just not sure, I will say it is worth it. You can't put a price on it. I'd say go for it. Find somewhere, preferably here. Go ahead, go for it. Go through the process. Prepare yourself mentally. Learn as much as you can. Ask questions, because the staff is there to help you with any questions that you have, because they want to also make sure that you're ready for the entire process. So take advantage of that. Ask all your questions. It's different for everyone, but I think that excitement, that expectation, that hopefulness, it's definitely there. I would just say, go ahead, do it. Get yourself a small support system that's going to help you through, and just move forward and go through it, because the longer you wait, the lesser your chances can be. So don't sit and wait. You just got to go for it. You just got to decide and go for it, because unfortunately for women, time is of the essence. PFCLA surpassed my expectations in many ways. When I first started here, I didn't feel like a number. I felt like a person. They always knew who I was. Even when I returned, they were like, Tanya, you're back. It's good to see you. You haven't changed. You guys don't look like you age. We really felt like friends, of the center. If I wanted to say something to Dr. Sahakian right now, it would definitely be thank you for everything you have done for us. You have made our dreams come true, that we didn't even think was possible, that wasn't even possible, but he provided a way for us. We had a successful pregnancy the very first time around, and so when we decided to do it again a few years later, the technology that he acquired, he was able to. So just seeing that growth and having that option now for us, to where it just, wasn't a fresh cycle and then there was nothing we can do thereafter. But we were very fortunate that the first one did take. So that was a blessing. So he just he's been a part of our family. My girls know about him. I talk about him all the time. And when we start our process, we're like, we're going to go, we're going to start. And they're with us with it too, so they can understand what it took for them also to be here. So they're very much aware of what mom and dad goes through. And so they know who Dr. Sahakian is. They have an appreciation for him. And so, our family love Dr. Sahakian, and we appreciate everything that he has done for us.